With so much controversy surrounding former Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio's pardon, many are wondering how the current sheriff plans to move forward. As Cronkite News reporter Bridget Dowd tells us, Sheriff Paul Penzone plans to take a very different approach.
After former Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio's criminal contempt of court case was dismissed, current Sheriff Paul Penzone says he's disappointed.
He was, given the freedom without any accountability, whereas we are and will continue to be accountable because that's the right thing to do. So as the sheriff, when I look at that and I say we should all be treated equally under the law, there's a circumstance where many could argue that wasn't the case.
Penzone says part of the reason he wanted to run for sheriff was because he was unhappy with what he saw Arpaio doing. He wants to reassure people that racial profiling and discrimination by officers will not be tolerated.
We will not be engaged in immigration enforcement. Not only is it prohibited by the court orders, but it's not our primary responsibility. It's not our job. We have to enforce the laws in the state to keep everyone safe, regardless of who you are, where you come from. No different than our uniform, the color of it, or who we are, where we came from should not be a factor. It should be about enforcing the laws, being constitutional, being law-abiding before you are law enforcing, and to be an extension of the community at large.
Penzone's office is still embroiled in the 2013 racial profiling court case in which deputies were found to be targeting Latinos in traffic stops.
I think that the actions were in response to practices by my predecessor that were unethical and unlawful. We're doing everything within our powers to collaborate with the ACLU and the DOJ and the courts. We are law-abiding and we are dedicated to owning this responsibility and overcoming it.
Penzone says the employees MCSO hires should be just as diverse as the citizens they serve.
We're just looking on a broader scale to be more strategic in our effort to reach out to communities that maybe in the past have been neglected. We haven't paid enough attention that there are talented people who have an interest in becoming detention officers or deputies. There's a career for everyone, whether it is, you're a CPA, whether you want to work as a dispatch, or whether you want to work in some form of administration. There's plenty of opportunity, but this organization has to reflect the community we serve, so we have to do a better job of recruiting across the board to everyone and to find talent in every community.
Penzone also says he believes there's a major divide right now between law enforcement officers and the community they serve, and the first step?
We have to be engaged, we have to be patient and listen to learn, and we also have to find ways to educate our community on the challenges we face, not only crimes that could affect them, but as law enforcement professionals, the challenges that we face so that we can be better at our job, because it has to be a shared relationship.
In Phoenix, Bridget Dowd, Cronkite News.
For more on our interview with Sheriff Penzone, visit cronkitenews.azpbs.org.